Happy Friday, Ads family. So today I want to start off with a post that is inside the featured section, which, by the way, every single week you should be checking the featured section because this is where I post all of the important stuff that we have going on. Like, for instance, on Monday, we actually have a very special pop-up workshop where I am bringing back Joel Irway, and we are both going to be talking about what's working now when it comes to power offers. Now, if you would like to share a success story, like I see Chris right here is going to be on the call, and he's actually going to show you how he's closing $5,000 deals. I'm bringing in a couple of my private clients, and I'm also going to show you a little bit different way that I'm actually utilizing some of the power offer. Joel is going to be sharing some client success stories as well as bringing on some of his private clients. This is to show you guys how people are using the power offer in different ways. And so it's really fun because there is no one way to do something, right? And so we just thought that we would share some of the successes and actually give step-by-step implementation on how to do that. Now, another thing that I wanted to point you guys to is if you're watching hours and hours of content inside the $7 program here, right? You can see there's a lot of stuff that we've got going on. But here's the thing. If you're watching hours and hours of content at a time, you're doing the program all wrong. Students who have the best success watch one video, implement, ask questions, optimize, and then move on to the next. Watching one video a day will get you further along than trying to cram it all in. I want you guys to remember that the process is the shortcut. It took me 19 years to learn everything that I've put into this program. Now, I know it's you want to go and binge watch all of this, but here's the thing. Not all of the content is going to be important for every single person here. Some of you guys need to just stick to your 3 missions that are outlined in this document. You don't need to go and watch all of this content, as tempting as it is. So the best way is to watch a video, try to implement, ask questions, and move on. That's the easiest way. One of the other things too is if you go into the discussion section, actually a shortcut way to go it, if you go to recent media, you're going to see this picture right here, which is by this guy right here, who actually drew out the entire program and how it actually looks. So if you guys love more static visuals, thank you, Atif. I think that's how you say your name. If not, please correct me. But lots of cool stuff. So I'm going to be adding this to the 3 missions part of the program because he did a really great job of drawing out this little poster here for you guys to have a quick reference to. So, and as always, if you guys want me to personally answer your questions, you need to put them inside the Ask Laurel thread. Otherwise, if you just ask a question in the group, which, by the way, is perfectly okay. Like, if you want to just post a question in the group, here's the thing though, I cannot validate any of the answers or advice that's being given, okay? The only way that I can validate it is if it comes from me. So use it with a grain of salt. I see a lot of bad information going out, and I can't, like I said, I can't go and patrol every single post, and that's why we have the Ask Laurel thread. That's the only way I can validate. If you guys think that process is too slow, you might want to think about hopping into my Lean on Laurel program, and you could actually do that by going to How to Get Laurel's Help, get personalized help from Laurel, and you can join my Lean on Laurel program right here. If you click here, it will take you to a video that will literally walk you through. There's no fluff. This is straight up, here's what you get inside Lean on Laurel. And it also talks about the difference between the $7 program and Lean on Laurel. And I will say this, we are probably more than halfway through the last cohort. So if you want to get in, make sure you get your application in ASAP. We are going to be circling back to the beginning of another cohort here pretty soon. So make sure that you do that. So I'm going to go ahead and dig right into the Ask Laurel thread. Lachelle says, value bomb question. I am selling a $3,000 offer. I am wondering what kind of value bomb you've seen work best for this price offer with no sales calls. Current value bomb PDF CTA is a slow offer, email nurture, conversions are not horrible, but wondering if you've seen other things work. I don't have enough context to be able to answer this. I don't even know what you do, right? I don't know what type of $3,000 offer, but I will say this: if you go and follow my process that is laid out in the program, you can follow the value bomb stuff that is inside the how to create the $5 ads. I have plenty of resources that are here. Also, I have inside the Lanyap section workshop vault. I have a video right here that talks about conversion multipliers and messenger frameworks and all of that, but it's not about like me having to tell you, oh, this type of value bomb. It's not about the value bomb. It's about the value that you're giving out in Messenger, honestly. And that's why I put this training inside this program. This training was honestly reserved for my Lean on Laurel students, but you can see here, see the messenger framework I use to close clients for Messenger. That's more important than trying to figure out what type of value bomb is going to work. As a matter of fact, I have my students, but conversations are always going to be the most important. Always the most important is how you're having that conversation, right? So it just depends. It's not necessarily about the value bomb. It's like, how helpful are you being in Messenger and being able to help them solve that immediate problem? Like I always tell people, if you're using value bombs and you are having a conversation in Messenger, pretend and diagnose just as if that person has just paid you $500 to solve their most immediate problem. And I will say this, most of the time, the immediate problem has nothing to do with the value bomb. Most of the time, 90% of the time when people ask me for a value bomb, that is not the thing that is going to help them. And so that is why you need to follow my Messenger framework, because that is what works best for selling high ticket offers, hands down. Let's see, Gerald says, hey Laurel, my business is social media management for clients and I have filmed and shot 15 videos for my power content setup. 2 weeks ago, I posted my first 3 power content ads along with the ping pong strategy for those 3 videos. The KPIs seem to be going well for video views, but I'm getting no messages for the value bombs. My CTR all is way below 3% and my CTR link click-through rate is also way below. My question is, do I need to redo these videos, re-upload? So here's the thing is, and I actually explain this. If you have not watched this video yet, under the 3 missions, this right here, it's a bonus workshop, a deep dive I do on the ads ecosystem. I actually talk about how I just want you guys to move through the ecosystem. You guys are sitting on your hands trying to optimize power content. The initial KPI is that we want video views, right? That's the most important thing. If you're not getting comments, that's okay. Move on. Let's go to the power offer validation. Let's get the hot 7. Like I tell my students in my Lean on Laurel, we get up this entire ecosystem in the first 7 days so that by the time we get up all of our ads, we come back and optimize power content. So I would leave these alone and I would continue to set up your ecosystem and then come back to power content. Getting comments is not the most important thing. Building an invisible list is, and that is what your video views are doing. And you said that they're doing well, so I wouldn't touch them. Let's see, Eric says, I've got a virtual men's group. The regular price is $297 a month, and we recently started promoting it for $99 a month. I'm wondering what a good ad strategy would be to add new members. This depends. I would not try running ads to a $99 a month program. I would probably have some sort of lead magnet in front of this. I honestly would use value bombs and have a lot of conversations with people to get them in this $297 a month, or you can do like some type of video training or something. But if I wanted to figure out, like my first question is, why are you going from $297 a month to $99 a month? That's kind of like a sign that, oh, you couldn't sell it here, so you're going to do here, which is fine. But if that's the case, I would try to get 100 people in Messenger using a value bomb and see and hear all of the objections as to why people will buy this or not buy this. That is always my preference, is how can I get to my customers in the fastest way possible? Fastest way possible, value bomb, to messenger ad or value bomb to comment. And that's what, if you guys go into, again, Lanyap, Workshop Vault, this conversions multiplier training, that's the way that I would micro step into selling this before I do any type of automated thing like a lead magnet or anything like that. That would be my first. And I don't know if this has been proven. If it's not proven, you definitely want to have more conversations with people for sure. Let's see, Tina says, I've been following the success path for those who haven't gotten a validated offer, and I have a question about the $100 power offer validation test. It's about the audience I'm using. I spent 50 pounds so far over 5 days on my single power offer ad, and the ad itself is getting good metrics, but 0 conversations have started on the offer itself. Just spam and non-ideal customers, to put it lightly. I'm thinking about audiences and how I can target estate agency owners using Facebook audiences. This is my current audience in the image below. They must be small business owners, they must be Facebook page owners, and they must be related to something often used in the property industry, like the property portals or major corporate estate agency. I imagine it's because of the audience and the offer that I'm not starting conversations. Just wanted to get your feedback on the audience so I can hone my offers in. Let's see, it looks like audience name, people interested in this. You might be targeting your targeting might be a little bit too tight. Also, you have to remember 50 pounds is not really enough. Like I push my students to spend 150. I mean, your CTR link click through, I would imagine that either it's the offer or you just haven't let it optimize. Remember, we need to give Facebook time to optimize for these. And estate agency owners, I'm not really sure what you mean by that. Like, I'm not really clear on what exactly that is. Otherwise, I would have, but my inkling is that this targeting is probably a little bit too tight. I would be able to help you if you can give me clarity on what you mean by target estate agency owners. I've worked with a lot of people and I don't understand what this means. And that might be the issue with the power offer too, is you might be using the wrong messaging. I don't know. There's a lot of different things that this can be. Kelly says, hey Laurel, is there a way to edit the automated replies in Messenger? It's giving a response that I didn't set up. Yes. So if you go into, let's see if I go into let me just do this so that I don't lose my place in the thing. If you go into here, and you switch to your profile and you go into the messenger and then blah, blah, blah. It is the messenger automations as soon as Facebook stops being slow. There we go. And you're gonna go up here. There's this little swirly thing. And here's where all of those automations are. You can see here, you can go in and actually edit the questions. But yeah, Facebook will default these. You can see here, I have made it, want to see the behind the scenes of my 7L program, blah, 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 blah. But that is where you go. So it's just that little swirly thing at the top. Let's see. Luis says, oops. Uh-oh, what happened? Oh, that's because it signed me out of my profile. There we go. Let me find my way back. There we go. Okay, Luis says, can you review the first draft of my power offer? Absolutely. Can see the power offer workshop in the background. Thank you, Luis, for that. Most important line right here, clear one sentence promise. I'll help you get a new job with a $10,000 to $50,000 pound salary raise in the next 90 days. That is really good. Professionals in a corporate career unhappy in their current role, who are unpaid and undervalued, they're looking to get a dream job. Yeah, this is great. I'll help you get a new job with a 10 to 50,000 pound salary. Hell yeah, this is good. This is good. Test this. Hell yeah, that's good. Luis, you get an A+. Let's see, Bree says, hey Laurel, I have a general ads question. If I have a lead ad running that leads to a lead capture page, and then after the information is submitted, it leads to an upsell page and the person purchases, does Facebook charge as if it was a sales conversion ad or just the cost? So Facebook does not charge you per conversion, it charges you per impression. So no, it will not double charge you. Facebook only charges per impression. It shows you how much you paid for in order to get that conversion, but it does not charge you per conversion. Let's see. This is a long one, so bear with me. I'm really stuck with the power offer strategy and have been unable to move forward despite wanting to get the ball rolling. I have 11 variations of power offers targeting specific health conditions. I have watched the entire Get Ready protocol, all of the DCA trainings, the conversion multiplier training, the messenger script training. Okay, cool. So you watched everything. That's awesome. My offer is a 12-week online course that costs $9.97, okay, which guides women struggling with chronic health problems on how to heal naturally using my 4-step healing method. Hopefully that is not the power offer offer here. That is very unclear, but that's not what this post is about. I don't know how I can help somebody in Messenger with a small win, as overcoming chronic health problems takes time and is a complex process. I cannot diagnose their health challenges or provide a healing strategy in Messenger. No, but you can get information and figure out if your program can actually help, right? I'm not telling you guys to diagnose any type of health problems, but if you sit there and ask the right questions, you're gonna be able to figure out if this will be of help to someone. Let's see, she says, I've created a 1-hour training that I've used as my value bomb using all 15 pieces of power content, which pulls together my entire methodology. I have also created a big win walkthrough thanks to your weekly content training. Awesome, I love that. I'm not wanting to do calls as I don't want to be chained to my laptop and I'm not a good salesperson. I've created a great sales page and I've spent 3 years developing my program, website, and sales funnels, so I'm not even sure if I need to validate my offer, as I've come to realize through my own experience working one-to-one with clients is that my program is what people want. But that is not the same as validation, because people can tell you what they want, but until that they have pulled out their credit card and paid you $9.97, that means nothing. I want the shortest, most direct strategy for my niche that generates the least amount of effort and time. I don't have a large ad budget, so the webinar strategy definitely did not work. Sorry for the long message, but I needed to give you a lot of context. No, this is perfect. You gave me the exact amount of context. My question is, can you please tell me how I should proceed with my power offers for my niche, including the KPI that I should measure? So here's the thing. This is great context. Like, I love how much thought went into this. So Talita, this is awesome. She gave me all of the context because she's gonna have to try to make a decision. Here's the thing. She doesn't have a large ad budget, but she doesn't have time. So here's the thing. You either have to have a large ad budget to be able to test automating selling this, which you're gonna burn through a lot of cash, or if you have a smaller ad budget, you will have to learn how to have conversations in Messenger so that you can see if these people are the right fit for this. Now, because here's the thing, in order to sell this on automation, you're gonna have to do a webinar, and webinar strategies are the most expensive. And I have a feeling that this is a B2C offer. These people, they're gonna be very hesitant to whip out their credit card without talking to somebody. And so I would either run webinar ads are expensive, so I would stick to Messenger conversations, getting them onto a phone call, and then selling this. That would be my first choice. I know you say you don't want to do that, but you're asking me for my advice, and that is the shortest, most direct strategy there is, right? Going straight to your ideal customer. There is not going to be an automated way that you can do this without having to test and spend cash flow. So, you're going to have to make a choice. Are you willing to put in the time to talk to people to sell this, or are you willing to put in some cash in order to test this at an automated webinar level? Those are the two options that I would see being the best way to sell this offer. I would prefer Messenger and selling this without a phone call, but these people might need a phone call, but I could see you having messenger conversations and sending them here, but I think you just have to play with the process, honestly. Like, it's not going to be a fast, like, you know how I always say the process is the shortcut. If you don't have a lot of cash, this is the thing that you have to get really good at. That's just, there's no way around it. You either have to have a lot of money in order to burn to test this, or you have to have a lot of time to talk to all of these people and see why they're not buying this product or why they will, right? That's the only way you're going to improve the sales page, because once you hear all of the objections that these people have, you could work it into an automated webinar and the sales page in order to sell this more on autopilot. But there's no shortcut. You have to do the process, like, and that's true for everybody. Let's see, Jonah says, hey Laurel, weird question, but please stick with me. So I've already pre-read this, Jonah, so I'm just going to go ahead and give you direct advice. So he has, in short, he's got a profile where he runs one type of business and he, you know, does really well with it. But then he's got another business about tabletop games. And so he's wondering if he can use his profile in order to do both businesses. What I would do here is I would actually start a Facebook business page for this new endeavor, right? The build an audience in the tabletop game book. I assume it's a book. Because it's going to be in, but game or book, yeah, handbook, I wrote about it. Cool. So I would create a Facebook page around this handbook, and I would leave your profile alone. They're not really related. So I wouldn't necessarily make any adjustments. I would create a page that's promoting the book and run an entire ecosystem. And you're going to want to use it as a way to build brand awareness for this. And if you have connections to a few significant influencers in that space, I would do videos with them and ask them if they will share their audiences inside Ads Manager with you, and you could actually run those interviews to their audience. So I'll give you an example, right? So I run ads with for Joel Irway, his power offer, right? And Joel and I did an interview series together talking about my ad strategy, how it pairs well with his power offer. And I run those interview ads to his audience inside my ad account, right? Because it builds authority for both of us. And so that's what I would do. I would build an ecosystem where you can do interviews with all of these influencers and ask them, hey, can I run ads to your audience? It's free promo for you. So basically you're paying for ads with their face in it as well. So who would say no to that, right? And I would build your entire ecosystem here, right? And I would do fun things to where you can make these sales and have conversations with people and be the face behind this brand. That's what I would do. That's the fastest way. Like, fastest way to make $10, $97 sales in the next 90 days is building an ecosystem of people that love this influencer and bringing in a new audience of people who will like what you're doing too. $1,500 is an awesome budget, right? You can do that in 90 days easily with this budget. So that's what I would do. I would literally build the ecosystem just like what I show you guys in this program and utilize some of these influencer audiences. Let's see, Honey says, I've changed my power offer since you said it was too unrealistic. So I want to be absolutely clear, Honey. I did not say it was too unrealistic. You told me that people were saying that it was too unrealistic. I would not change anything. And I just want to reiterate this because you and I talked about this before. I would not change your power offer. Your power offer is really good. This one is not. I do not like this one at all. I like your original power offer. What my advice to you was, get some case studies so that you can prove in USD that your strategy is not unrealistic. And so instead of saying the power offer, like if I offer to do this, I would say, hey, this has worked in this country. I am looking for 2 to 3 case studies to do this strategy that on average does what your power offer says, right? Then once you have the case studies, when people say this is unrealistic, you have a case study that in US dollars that proves otherwise. I would not change your power offer. I do not like this one at all. I like your original power offer. I just think that you need to get 2 or 3 case studies, which you said you were working with your aunt on her e-commerce store that's in US dollars. Get her those results so that you can link them to that case study at the bottom of your power offer, because then you could say, skeptical about these results, watch this case study where I show you how I'm able to get these results. So ditch this and just get that case study from your aunt so that you can use that in a way to bust objections. Let's see, Jennifer says, I've been creating more videos, so now feel can go to the 3 missions. I'm stuck on the 3 missions exercise. My offer is I help anxious and overwhelmed women that feel triggered and exhausted to learn how to thrive amid the chaos by changing their thinking and how they act. I hope this is not your power offer. This is very not clear, but I know the question's not about the power offer. I watched the 3 missions video and I got stuck in mission number 2. The power nugget, is this just my power offer and a value bomb? I'm going to put 3 ads out of my power content that explores my membership. I will come back to retargeting when I'm at the stage. I'm not sure. You didn't tell me which one you're actually following, but a power nugget is simply just a 60-second power content video that has your offer as the CTA. So whether you're trying to book calls to sell this program, your power nugget would have the actual offer, whether that's a workshop, a free call, or anything. But a power nugget is just a 60-second version of a power content video, except it does not promote the value bomb. It promotes a CTA, like a workshop, a lead magnet, a free call. A power nugget is designed to run straight to an offer. Let's see, Terry says, hi, I've been consuming all your content to really understand how I can incorporate an ad strategy into my business ecosystem. I have a high ticket mentorship and an online school selling low ticket courses. I've been experimenting with strategy. I've been promoting my mentorship through the profile organically and have converted 1 client. I've been following your power content strategy on my page with the intention of running ads from an online school with the focus on low ticket course relevant to my mentorship niche that will eventually be nurturing my high ticket clients. I have created and published my 15 power content videos and power offer. Hell yeah, good job, Terry. My problem is my page is not getting any reach. I have tried publishing the videos on YouTube and TikTok too, just to get an idea of the most popular ones to figure out which to promote first. I now have a small budget to start running an ad campaign, but not really much helpful data for my solvable problem. My page audience with the videos is essentially a cold audience. Yes, if you do not have an audience or reach, you will have to use ads to a cold audience in order to do this. This is what I'm wondering. Do you think it's best to invest my budget as a reach campaign? No. Video view campaigns. If you only have $300 a month to start, I would put them all towards these 15 pieces of power content videos in your power offer. Like, I would probably do $5 a day and test a couple of different power content ads and put $5 a day towards your power offer. That's going to give you $300 a month. That is exactly, $300 a month is not a lot to start. As a matter of fact, if someone usually has only $300 a month, I recommend that they actually follow this strategy right here, the $500 a month video funnel. You can do it for $300 a month. It's challenging, but that's usually why I recommend that, people have at least a $500 a month budget. But this is the strategy right here that I would recommend if you have that low of a budget for sure. Let's see. Greg says, hey, Laurel, so my biggest struggle is to find the right audience for my cold power content. The niche I work is targeting disability providers in Australia. In total, there are probably only about 30 to 40,000 of disability providers in Australia. So for Greg, I would recommend direct outreach. And if you go to my YouTube channel, it's one of my latest videos. Because it is going to be difficult to target these people, this is one of the situations where I'd say direct outreach. But let me keep going. When I post value bombs on my group of 1,000 and other groups I contribute to, they get a lot of people asking for them. So something that was suggested is to share value bombs from my Facebook page to the groups that are filled with disability providers and target the 3-second video views simply to get them out of the groups. Yes, absolutely. Then create a lookalike audience of views. The lookalike probably isn't going to be that awesome because already this audience is so small. But you can try it. But yes, if you're posting videos in any of these groups, this is an excellent way to be able to retarget. Between direct outreach and utilizing these groups, which in a way is kind of like direct outreach, you'll be able to target this. So I would use those 2 strategies right there. Absolutely. Let's see. Ellie says, power offer. Cool. She's got the right screenshot. You can see Mr. Joel Irway in the background. That's the way I like it. Background, I'm a massage therapist. Well, let me read the offer and let's see if we can figure it out, okay? Right? I always tell you guys the most important part is this one sentence. So, if I was to offer you a guaranteed way to get a 50% reduction in your headaches in 6 weeks, I would probably say cut headaches in half instead of 50%, right? A lot of people, when they're talking about that, they don't say, hey, can you help me get 50% less headaches? They just say, hey, could you just help me cut out the amount of headaches I'm having? If I was to offer you a guaranteed way to cut your headaches in half, the amount of headaches you're getting in half in just 6 weeks by learning exactly how to release the tension in your neck that you can do from your own home. This is really good. This is really freaking good. Test this. Ellie, A+, girl. I would say cut headaches in half though, but that's pretty good. Let's see, Tal says, hey, I've left a comment in a couple of different threads, but haven't gotten a response. Maybe I missed it. Could you please link me to the Hot 7 strategy you mentioned? So I do not have the Hot 7 strategy here in the program, but if you poke around, you could probably find it. This is an upsell into the program only because it is a very in-depth, but a big but, right? So if we go into retargeting, the ATM strategy right here, or the 3 first videos or pieces of content, they don't have to be videos. This is the first sequence of the Hot 7. So while you might not have the entire Hot 7, you can learn what the Hot 7 is, because I call the first 3 to 4 videos of the Hot 7 the ATM, because those are the ones that usually end up providing the most cash flow. So if you just double the ATM strategy, I'll tell you, you'll have a Hot 7. So another way to do it is, what I do is I have my students, right? So if you're doing the boosted post strategy, pick your best 7 boosted posts every 90 days and turn those into your Hot 7. That's a little hint on how I actually teach my students how to put together the Hot 7. The Hot 7 goes a little bit more, is an advanced strategy, but there's the 2 of the easiest ways to get the same results without me spilling the entire Hot 7, because I don't want to make anyone mad, because a lot of people did. But if anyone isn't interested in the more in-depth Hot 7, just reach out and we'll link you to the $17 product. Andre says, sometimes if I'm not sure if a person's a good fit, when I talk to them in the DMs, I'll ask if I can send them a video that walks them through my process to see how badly they want to do this. Hey, that's good. That's a great way to provide friction, for sure. For people who I deem a good fit, which I can ascertain by their responses and even their profile, I ask for a call and then get them to watch the process video. Since using this approach, I've closed 2 to 3 people on a call, but I'm drastically reducing the amount of people I take on, wondering if my filter is too strong. Can you give me some insight? So there's 1 of 2 things, right? If you're closing 2 to 3 people on a call, that means you're getting really great quality, right? So you've put in a lot of friction. So you have 2 choices. You could either raise your ad budget, right, which is going to bring in more, like a higher volume of people. So therefore, higher volume means that you're going to talk to more people, validate more people, right? Or you can turn this into an automated funnel if you wanted to, but I probably, that it's kind of hard for me to give advice, because I don't know, like, are you trying to get more people? Like, do you think that there's too much friction here? You can lessen up the friction, but I wouldn't do that, because you're doing a really great job of vetting these people and closing 2 to 3 people on a call. I would probably just raise whatever you're doing to get these people in. I know it's going to be more work, but your process seems to be working. If I'm understanding this correctly, I mean, that's pretty good. So hopefully that answers your question. You just have to figure out, like, do I want to release some friction and get on the phone with more people that might not be as high quality? It just depends on, you know, what your time preference is, right? If you don't want to take the time to do that, then I say you have it good. Like, right? Like, I don't get people into Lean on Laurel unless they, you know, have a conversation with me. They have to go through a system and process, a very in-depth application. Like, I want as much friction in there as possible, because if they end up at the end of my process, they're probably going to be a good fit, right? So it just depends. But I like a lot of friction. That's just me. You know, I was actually making it a priority that if you want to be in Lean on Laurel, you have to book a power hour. But then we booked out all the power hours, even at $1,000, which is crazy. We had to raise the price of the power hour. But even now, the power hours are all gone. So I'm gonna have to figure out another process to add friction for Lean on Laurel, even though there's a waiting list. So hopefully, I just kind of talked you through that, Andre. So hopefully that all made sense. Tracy says, as I've been trying to get my hook, hold, and 25% through rate at the right levels my audiences are set up and building, I created one audience for each of my 3 power content training areas, and they have a green dot that says ready, but they are all also under 1,000. Can I still use these if they're below 1,000 when I get to the power offer ads? Yeah, you could definitely try. My ads will start spending whenever I have like 100, 200 people in that audience. Some people it takes 1,000, but yeah, you could absolutely try. If it doesn't spend, just, you know that there's not enough people in that audience, but it will start spending when there is, for sure. Let's see, Corey says, power offer. Cool. We will go straight to here. So he's got his power offer, and copy coach Ed gave him a solid 9 out of 10. Let's see. If I offered you a transformational experience that boosted your body image in just one photo shoot. Women over 40 ready to finally love their body. If I offered you a transformational experience that boosted your body image in just one photo shoot, you'll receive a pampering session from our on-site hair and makeup stylist. I'll help you plan out exactly what to wear, and you don't need to know how to pose or how to be photogenic, because I'll pose you exactly for your body type and goals. Would you take me up on that offer? It's okay. You could probably try this with an image and it might do okay. I don't know. I would test this. I mean, I can see where you're going, where you're marketing towards the experience part of it. I would test this, honestly. I would test this and get some data, but I don't feel like this offer is strong enough. I would need to know more about your process. This is a very common offer for boudoir, but what do you do different? Like, what is the gap that you're filling in the marketplace? Like, do you do it for cheaper? Do you have something like, I'll give you an example. So I just had a power hour with a student, and what she does different than her competition in town, she actually has a studio where everyone else doesn't. And so that's kind of her edge, is that she actually has a studio where she does this. So finding the gap in your marketplace is going to be big, but I don't think that there's anything necessarily wrong with this. I would just want to see, like, what is the difference that you bring to the marketplace for boudoir. Now, if you are the only boudoir photographer in your area, you'll probably do well with this. That goes without saying. But if you're in competition with a couple of others, this power offer I don't think is going to cut it. I think you have to really market on, like, what is it? Are you different in price? Are you different in the way that the experience is done? It doesn't look like it, because this is pretty much what every boudoir photographer offers. What are the gaps that you're filling? Like, can you get people in within 7 days versus 7 months? Like, I need to know more. I mean, I would test this, but I'm just giving you some ideas on how to optimize that. Let's see. Josh says, is there a way to differentiate organic conversions from those that come from an ad? Like, can Facebook Events Manager recognize conversions that land on the thank you page from an ad? Yes, that's how Facebook conversions work. Let's see. Mandy. Now, Josh, Facebook tracking sucks. So don't expect it to be perfect, but yes, Facebook ads are only supposed to track conversions that came from ads. Let's see, Mandy says, I have a client whose video view content is knocking it out of the park, metrics-wise. It's so gratifying to see these talented creators finally getting through to new audiences, especially in highly competitive markets like health and fitness. She's not a high-ticket coach. She's a fitness coach that launched 3 cohorts a year. Can I maximize her video views for her September cohort launch through more videos, bigger daily budget? I would do bigger daily budget for the videos that people are already eating up like candy. What I would do though is I would set up this $500 or however much budget you have. I would set this up like it's a 2-tier power content strategy. So you could set up 3 power content videos at the top and 5 power content videos at the bottom, so that it's a double tier power content strategy. I really like it because then we can get them watching not just one video, but multiple videos to feed them. And then I would just ping pong those 8 videos from one to the other. That's what we do for big launches like this. I've got a 2-tier power content strategy. Tier 1, the first 3, tier 2, the 5, and then I just ping pong and exclude the people who've already watched each video. That will keep them busy until she launches her cohort in September. Let's see. Sabine says, hey, Laurel, I think my YouTube ads are going extremely well. Considering the stats, I had lots of clicks. Correct me if I'm thinking is wrong, but I was expecting around 20 to 40% opt-ins that click. Unfortunately, that is not the case. I only had 2 so far. So means I need to optimize the registration page for my webinar. I am split testing page 1. Let's see what this looks like. Free training reveals how women over 40 can start making consistent 5-figure months without being on social media 24/7. Even if you don't have a big following, this is okay. It doesn't really say who it's for. I mean, you say down here, there's a couple of things that are really confusing about this. Women over 40, is this people who have a business? The biggest mistakes to separate the struggling so these are for coaches. So I would also have to see what your YouTube ad says, but every time that you need to make sure that your headline says who it's for and why are they here, right? Part 2, the 3 things you need to hit 20K a month in 30 days, how to automate your customer acquisition. It just sounds like everything else out there. This is not like this is like a highly competitive market, so I'm not surprised that your YouTube ads aren't doing really well. Let me look at the second one. Yeah, see, I can see why this one would do better. Look, this is better. This is much better. How coaches, consultants, and course creators can start making consistent 20K months without DMs and spending 24 hours on social media. What you'll learn. Cool. So let's see. Let me $5 a day. You haven't really spent enough. Like 133 pounds isn't enough. Like YouTube hasn't even had a chance to optimize this, but you can see you're getting conversions, which I think you said was page 2. Yeah. You didn't even let it run to optimize. Like YouTube ads are more expensive than Facebook ads. So that's why I always have people start with Facebook ads, because they're easier to get results with. But $55 a lead, like I think right here, 55, that's kind of normal, not gonna lie, for YouTube ads. But this will optimize down if you run it longer. I would also, I don't know what your click-through rates are. Did you tell me? I don't think you told me what your click-through rates are. So as you are going, so let's say if I go, hang on once. So this is the way that I optimize. I mean, this is how we run YouTube ads just to test. But check this out. So if our click-through rate, and these are the numbers that you need. If your click-through rate is less than 1%, we need to rework the script on the video. If your click-through rate is 2 to 3%, but less than 20% opt-ins, we rework the landing page. You didn't tell me what your click-through rates are for the actual ads, but this is the way that I troubleshoot. 3% to 20% opt-ins indicates this ad will work really well. My guess is either you're here or here, but I need to know whether or not I need to rework the landing page, but you haven't spent enough. Like, I mean, you probably would have to spend $1,000 on YouTube before you're even going to get decent data, honestly. Because YouTube has, like, think about this. YouTube uses Google. Google has tons of information, right? Facebook has less information. So that's why it's easier to get results first with Facebook. But yeah, you only spending $110 is not going to give you enough information to run this test. Like, you want to, like you can see here, this is how much, this is what we do, $25 campaigns at $5 a day. Like, I know it sounds like a lot, but like, it's so hard. Like, these are the KPIs. Hopefully this is helpful, but you haven't even spent enough to even determine anything yet. Let's see, Keisha says, thank you for these Q&A sessions. You are very welcome. Can you please audit my first power offer for my health and fitness mindset coaching? Whoa, that's a lot. Okay. Let's see. Let's just read the one sentence. If I personally coached you over the next 6 weeks for free, okay, to show you how to take away the overwhelm. Oh God, no. And I'm just laughing. I didn't mean, oh God, no, but like, this is the way that like a lot of people struggle with. No one knows overwhelm and motivation. Those are very broad terms. Yeah, this is going to need some work. Ambitious women ages 30 to 50 with a desk or work from home job and are tired of all the confusing and conflicting. I would just say ambitious women ages 30, 50 who are stuck behind a desk. For free to show you how to take away. No, I don't want to be coached for free on how to take away my overwhelm and motivation again. What is the actual problem? This is a situation. So you can finally get out of your desk chair and begin losing weight day one. This is not clear. What is the one thing? I would first, you're targeting ambitious women who are stuck behind a desk. If they work out with you, what is that first milestone? Like, most people have their first milestone in fitness within the first 7 days. So like, if you said something like, if over the next 7 days, I can guarantee that you'll lose at least 3 pounds, or you don't pay me, or something like that, right? But this needs to be a little bit work. So I would go back through Joel Erway's demand triggers exercise, and I would figure out what is that 1 to 2 sentence promise. Remember, this is the thing that makes people take out their wallet, say, this is me, and I need to work with you. Even though it's free, there's a lot of free options like YouTube and other coaches that are offering things for free. Why do they need to work with you? So I gave you a couple of things to work with, Kesha. I hope it's Kesha or Keisha. I've seen it said both ways, but please let me know if I'm saying your name right. But yeah, we got to find, what is that first milestone? Like, how can we promise them something super fast? Like, and you don't have to promise like 20 pounds in 12 weeks or anything like that. Like, some people will work with you if they can start seeing results within the first 7 days. And what is that specific result? Like, you could even say, if I offer to work with you for free over the next 7 days and I could guarantee that you'll lose at least 3 pounds, right? That is a direct offer. Let's see. Daniel says, hey, Laurel, my power content is definitely hitting the KPIs, less than $1 per 25% view. Based upon your teachings, it's time to leave them alone and focus on my organic post. Yes. You say to always have a CTA in your post. When we boost them, what are we optimizing for? Engagement or for Messenger? And how do we know if it's worth? So this is a great question. So you're talking about boosted posts. What type of CTA should you have? It depends, right? Because if you have your entire ecosystem up, your power content, your conversion multipliers, your power offer, the boosted posts are going to be a mix of any of those things, right? So if I go live and I want to retarget the people who have hit my top of funnel content, I might have a CTA for them to book a call or to have a messenger conversation, right? So it really just depends. If I am boosting a Reels video and I have a value bomb, I would probably run it as an engagement ad. So you're gonna optimize your boosted post for the action that you want them to take inside that video. That was a great question, Daniel. Let's see, Jen says, hey Laurel, I've been running my power content videos at $5 a day and they are hitting the required rates. Awesome. I'm currently doing Joel's course for the power offer. My question is, do I keep my power content videos at $5 a day? Yes. So you do not stop running, like the ads in the ecosystem all work together. So you want to set up your power content, leave them running, set up your power offer, leave them running, set up your ATM strategy, your boosted post, leave them running, and then you just work in a flywheel, right? Once you have your retargeting set up, you go back to your power content, you look at all of your KPIs. Are they all hitting the KPI? Yes, cool. Go back to your power offer. Is my power offer getting results? No, cool. I'm going to optimize my power offer and I am going to rewrite it. So we kind of do everything in a flywheel. So everything stays running at the same time. Excellent question, Jen. Excellent. Nicole says, hey, help, I think my ad account is dead. Laurel, you asked for additional context targeting U.S. business page admins who have interested in a couple authors' education in the portrait photography space. After a month, I've had 19 messages that are all outside of the U.S., all spam, asking for adult films. That is weird. And I see that you said that you've never paid for page likes or follows. God, this is really weird. I would get on with Facebook support. Because like I was looking at your stuff, and by the way, I did recognize this. I was like, hey, that looks really familiar. Because I'm not seeing anything here, that would really, indicate that, you would be targeting anyone outside the US. So it's really bizarre. I would get on Facebook chat support and ask them like, what the hell? My ads are getting, engagement with people who I'm not targeting. Sometimes they can help you figure out. The other thing is you're saying that this non-US thing has happened to me before on this particular page. And so my question to you is when you go to the page followers, I'm wondering where your page followers are coming from. Sometimes, right? And I don't know if this is the case. Like you said, you've never paid for likes or follows. Sometimes when we have other people running our ad accounts, they do this without you knowing because they want to make themselves look good. They want to make your vanity metrics look good. I'm not saying that that has happened to you, but I would go into your Facebook page insights and I would see like where are most of your followers from. So if you go to your Facebook page, you're gonna have to switch profiles. So I'm gonna switch to my business page. And if you go to Insights, it will actually give you a lot of data about where your people are from. Like I lived in Phoenix, Arizona, so it makes a lot of sense. But there is a lot of things that you could actually see here. I'm interested to see a majority of like where, like obviously like United States is huge, where my audience is here. But if you go to your audience and actually look at your location, I would be really interested to see where, let me switch back. I'd be interested to see where your followers are actually from, to see if because something is wonky. I will say this, like this is not normal. Like for you to target US and get a whole bunch of people not from the US, this is not normal. So my first recommendation for you is to go to your page insights and take a look to see where those are coming from, where your page likes are. And two, if this is a problem, like if all of your page likes are from US based, English speaking countries, I would hop on Facebook chat support and be like, WTF, like why are my ads doing this? More oftentimes than not, it does have an effect on how that page was built. But other than that, I don't have any advice for you other than check those two things and get on with chat support. Guys, I get on Facebook chat support probably 3 or 4 times a day. Like, it's always funny. People are like even in my Lean on Laurel program the other day, a student was like, hey, I'm having this issue. I got on with Facebook chat support and I was like, that's why y'all pay me the big bucks to be in Lean on Laurel, right? Because I just spent 20 minutes with Facebook chat support fixing this for you. So Facebook chat support is my best friend. You guys all need to make them your besties. I know they're annoying. Always be thankful that they're helping you. always be nice. Don't ever sound frustrated. And usually they can actually, because they can give you information about why this might be happening, because they have access to your ad account that we don't even have. So anyway, hopefully that was helpful. If you guys want to apply for Lean on Laurel, get personalized help from me, go watch this video. It's at adswithlaurel.com. It literally walks you through what Lean on Laurel is, as in compared to the 7L program. If you want me to help you with messaging, if you want me to help you with messages that you're getting, right? A lot of my Lean on Laurel students, they don't have any issues getting messenger conversations, but they have issues converting them. I will go in and be like, say this to this person, and they're able to close them. So it's not just about, Lean on Laurel is not about Facebook ads, YouTube ads, and all of that. We do that, but most of the things that we do in Lean on Laurel are fix and optimize the things that you're already doing. Or if you're taking your sweet old time in getting up my ecosystem, I guarantee if you come into Lean on Laurel, I'm going to help you do it in the first 7 days. We're going to get shit done. Anyway, you guys have an amazing day. I will see you guys on Monday for the Facebook call with Mr. Joel Irway right here. We're going to be sharing power offer success.